and welcome to our podcast. Yay! I'm Ika Melinda Ningtyas, 072, and
I am Mutiara Nur Hasanah with student ID number 400-205-206-50091. We are from Applied Foreign Language Class B, Vocational College, Diponegoro University.
hello Muti, how are you?
I'm feeling great today. Thanks. How about you?
I'm good too. Thank you. So, on this occasion, we will discuss about the differences between American and British culture. So, me, Ika, will explain about American history and religion.
While me, Muti, I will bring part of government politics and their friendship, social life with values and attitudes in business.
Then, followed by a joint discussion about food and drink, we will also mention a little bit about the similarities with Indonesia.
Alright then. Okay, so let's start with the history first, Kak. What exactly happened in America at that time?
Okay, history of American is very different in every aspect, from the history of cultural development and identity, the dark history of African Americans, and the ethnicity immigration. But I'm just going to explain the history of African Americans because I think it's very interesting to discuss. For African Americans, slavery is a dark past. By being a slave to white people, they need a freedom. Yes, of course. So, black people in that period make a movement through stories or storytelling to their grandchildren. They also made a song that contained their greatest desire for the freedom of black people in America. Then came figures who further strengthened the black people movement for freedom, such as Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, Barack Obama, and many others. They also make a film to remind what exactly happened to them in the past. I will also mention a little bit about the ethnicity and immigration racism in America. In America, racism to ethnic minority is enormous. For example, Asians in America. Then, racist white people to black people. Ethnic races are very strong in America. So, there is so much racism committed by dominant societies to minority people that is actually immigration to America. And also has a different ethnicity to Americans in general, with the goal to getting them off from America and return them to their own country.
Oh, I got it. I think the history of America quite similar to Indonesia about the slavery. Indonesia was colonized by the Dutch and Japanese and the Indonesia become their slaves. Am I right?
Yeah, I think the same too. It's quite similar. And how about the politics and governments in UK and US? Because I'm very curious now.
So the United Kingdom or British is a constitutional monarchy government in which a single person, a monarch, rules until that individual dies or abdicates the throne. The monarchies of most modern nations are ceremonial remnants of tradition. Monarchs also tend to endure in such governments because people enjoy their ceremonial significance and the pageantry of their rites. Meanwhile, the United States is a presidential system with a power in a president. Politics sums up the most essential part of their nation's political system that citizens willingly and hold free election, which is a vital foundation of any democracy. The fact that United Kingdom doesn't have a constitution like that because British politicians to argue the actions or proposals of their opponents are illegal.
From the material what you talk about, I immediately thought that in Indonesia there is also an area ruled by the form of a kingdom and led by a king. It is Jogja, right? Because Jogja is a special region, it is given the privilege to organize its own territory.
You're right, Ika. You know about our culture very well. Oh, you want to explain the religion in America and British, right? Go ahead.
Okay, honestly, I will talk more about the discrimination. Religion in America is inseparable from being racist. Moreover, minority religions such as Islam is seen as a terrorist religion in America. Because of this, many demonstrations occur involving the Muslim community in there. Like the tragedy of September 11, about 53% of American Muslims think that it has become more difficult to be a Muslim after the tragedy. Another religious discrimination in the United States are anti-Catholic sentiment, anti-Jewish sentiment, and Islamophobia in America. Unlike the US, the majority of British are Christian, followed by other religions. Although Christianity is the main religion, but other religious days are also highly respected in there. While in Indonesia, despite having many religions and beliefs, Indonesians are aware of the importance of respecting other religions, although the dispute between the religious people still exists. America does a lot of racism, so it's hard for the minority people who live there. Move on to the next discussion, please. It's sad to imagine the minority feel who got the racism from the dominant. Please, Muti.
Now I will tell you about how their social life. In America, they are likely to be a direct people. I mean, they are ready to be open with any opinion. What appear in their mind, it will be shared directly, and they got nothing to be scared to explain their idea, especially in working place. American people like using sarcasm and kidding when they talk. You know sarcasm, right?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yep. Meanwhile, British people commonly use communication, especially in humor and good manners. They must be together. Besides Indonesian people, they are indirect people because sometimes they are doubtful, people begin to get scared to be wronged or scared not to be accepted in their circle. Talking about business, every country has their own style about that. First thing we must know about their culture, especially in work business. That we have to do is first, we have to know about their culture and negotiation style. Then we can fix our communication skill for them in order that hope they will understand more what we are saying. Last but not least, when we are in the meeting, make sure to summarize and make a deal from the both sides. I conclude that we just have to adjust with them to build good communication, good attitude, and good relation with them. Maybe we are different from them, but we can be like them. I mean, if we are not getting used to be a direct people, we can try it in a good way.
I just know about that, and that's very interesting. And I'm very curious about Nanny's school there. And now we're going to talk together about food and drink. So, food and drinks in British will include fish and chips, lunch and brunch, afternoon tea, and followed by dinner.
Yes, I'm very happy to talk about this topic. I know that British people have a tradition of eating fish and chips on Friday. British people have a culture of drinking tea in the afternoon, together with their family or alone as well, to relaxing body and mind. The tea is also not sweet because they love healthy tea. Usually they drink tea accompanied with cake or cookies.
And for lunch and brunch, they eat scrambled eggs, there's bread and jam too. Very simple. And a typical British meal for dinner is meat and two veg, also dessert. We put hot brown gravy, the meat, and usually the vegetables. One of the vegetables is almost always is potatoes.
Sadly, our podcast about the differences between American and British cultures is over.
Thank you to the listener. Don't forget to listen to other podcasts.
Bye, see you!